Thank you so much for tuning in to She's All Over the Place with Kiriaki. That's me. Where the world is out. Let's talk about it. We're here with Nicky Scorpio. Yay!
Yo.
Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me. We're definitely at the perfect time to have a conversation about this.
What's happening in the world right now?
So
well, that's a big question.
That's a loaded. Wait,
let's
hold on.
just
Keep going.
Huh?
Are we still going?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a loaded question. So wait, hold on. The short answer is like, this is my perspective, right? So this is where we're at in the world. Where we're at in the world is that right now we're actually evolving. We're actually all coming together, and we're all seeing, oh my God, we actually really are connected, and all these other things that have been man-made constructs to divide us are now having people be like, oh, this is all a distraction. Oh, there's a lot of BS going on. Oh, that's interesting. The government just gave $1.5 trillion to help the economy, and now people are upset that, they couldn't use that money to help out, families and build America and truly authentically make America great again. Regardless of all of that, we're evolving, we're coming together, and we're a community, and it's actually really exciting. You're just being force-fed fear, and it's a distraction. So now's the greatest time to be alive. Technologically, health-wise, educationally. You just need to turn off the TV and really, really live.
Because it's psychotic fear that's an overload. It's like an analogy is kind of like one of those video games that go wrong, or they get like the wacky one or something. It could like go off the rail on a mental level. So, and based on where people are mentally right now in their stability state of mentalism, whether you're on prescription pills or not, or if you're schizophrenic, or who knows what goes on with other people's lives and perspectives, but we're definitely all being altered on a psychological level right now.
Well, listen, I was thinking about this yesterday, and I think while listening to you, I made the commitment where no matter how funny or intense or whatever about this whole CXIV thing that's going on around the world, I am committed to not share it, to not show it, and to just keep it pushing. Because it's one thing to talk about manifesting and the law of attraction and all of that stuff. It's another thing to really live it. And now is the time, personally, like, okay, cool, you want to be educated. However, what do viruses do? Viruses spread. What are we spreading? Love? Are we spreading love, or are we spreading a virus? So that's a simple question to ask. That's it.
Well, that's good on a lot of energetic, mental levels, definitely. Also, like, in the physical form of, spreading it to the elderly and people who are sickly. So being mindful of ourselves, so we're mindful of others, and being a ripple effect of carefulIZM, kindness and positivity.
That reminds me, look online, since we have so much free time. Look online if you have any elderly people in your life, for online deals right now for immune system stuff. Just take your time with it. Don't get overwhelmed. Even when you're on Google, there's actually a tab for shopping. So, just take your time with it. But if you want to do something loving and you actually are financially in a place where you're okay to, spend a little money instead of like doing some emotional spending, do something from a place of love, from someone who might have a lower immune system. You want to see, stick around on this wonderful earth that we live in.
Yeah, my sister Anna Chonacas, she turned me on to Turkey Tail, which is for the immune support. She turned me on to the line Host Defense. She turned me on to this liquid. It comes in a vegan capsule as well, Stagments 7. I tell people, oh, you have to read the man's story of who created it. And it's funny because, like, that's what I was told in a brushstroke. And I believe it from a trustworthy source, my sister, Anna Chonacas. But I actually need to indulge in his story. So I'm going to do that this evening. I look forward to doing that, Googling. And thank God for Google. It's so funny. I was telling Nikki earlier, you know, like, all these articles I read, you know, about, like, you know, meditation and rotation and a balance of, you know, being on and socially responsible of being on electronics and not, you know, I guess of, and then the not would be the too much media which we talked about. But before, like, just like, yeah, you know, not being on the social media as much. And now it's like, it's funny because that's exactly what we need to be doing, is the social distancing in the physical form and actually growing our socialism and our socials.
Well, hold on. Wait, hold on. No, hold on. That's a tongue twister. Okay, I know. I understand what you're saying. Well, let me take it a step further and say that, you know, now is the time for us to really to understand, right? Like, if you're in a relationship, if you have a family, you really need to understand when you have conversations with people, that you have been walking around picking up on other people's fear. You've probably been watching something or looking at something that showed you that there's something potentially scary, or there's more scariness that's happening. Or you're going to go someplace, and when you look up just innocently, that you're going to see the TV is showing something which is going to bring more fear. So right now it's important that when you're having conversations with people, you separate that person you love from the stress and everything you're feeling. You come together with people you forgive. You don't go to sleep angry at people. And let's talk finances.
Well, let's talk
finances.
Let's talk about how you not go to bed angry at someone, because it's okay. It's hard or easy to say, but what not to do when you're already in a slump is like a rock being put on, like, your hamstrings. It's heavy.
It's a valid question.
So yeah, like, really deep breathing in and out the nose and the mouth. Really, really deep breathing. And being able to have a clear space and put on some Tibetan meditation music. Just put on YouTube Tibetan meditation. I had some communication issues and I was stuck, and all my neurotransmitters were just so, like, wacky and jolted in every which way and overloaded. And I literally put on Tibetan meditation, and I saw it said communication, and I just clicked it, and it was 3 hours long. And so it can just play in your subconscious and while you're sleeping, and just within a minute of having it on, what's behind the anger is just dismantling the shield and the weight of holding it all together. And you're able just to let it all really go. And just, I started, like, crying. Like, I just teared up, and I was able to beautiful. Just allow it to just come up. And it's just my spirit and my soul, you know, my youth and my everything about me, and it's able just to come out. So I was able to have a mind shift and a vibrational shift to dismantle the anger. And it's been challenging, in, you know, years of looking at it and discovering. So this is one of the things that are my, like, go-to right now. And I just, you know, allow it to happen slowly, and it just, you know, just don't think about it, just dive right in.
That's beautiful. Well said. Yeah.
And put on headphones if you're not in a home alone. You can just, like, put on headphones so you're not telling or hearing other outside things that's messing on with your inner world. I just found out my moon is in Sagittarius, so I'm completely reckless with my, like, self and inner emotions, and so it's comical because it's like a connection, which is really cool. Anyways, you were saying, Nikki.
Yeah, no, I love that. What I'm saying is for people, yes, that's a beautiful share, and definitely for people who don't have that opportunity. They're on the go and they're living life. They're living a busy life, or maybe they're just like, that's like BS, or that's not me, or whatever, right? Let's just say, to say, because there are going to be people that are like that. Another thing you can do, right? Because when there's a disagreement, when there is a frustration, there is always one person who is going to be affected more so by this event, or current events, like order of events. Like there's always going to be one person who is more affected, or slightly more affected by whatever happened. So if that person can understand what's going on and look at the person who doesn't understand how intensely they are affected by, they need to find a way to almost pull the emergency brake, harness that fire, and focus it on saying, resolve. There's a problem that needs to be solved. It's like a song I just made up right now.
Resolve.
Okay.
Resolve. There's a problem that needs to be solved.
Shout out to I don't know, PBS sponsor me.
Oh yeah.
So that's it. We need to like simplify these kinds of things that happen. Like when you're angry at somebody, you need to understand they don't understand your anger. That people don't intentionally hurt people. Like you need to find a way to gracefully and eloquently make that person understand. And instead of holding in this anger, which is cancerous, which lowers your immune system. Oh, I gotta hide all the vitamin C. Like forgiveness raises the immune system. Like just come from a place of enlightenment and not enlightenment. Like don't feel like you need to
and don't
prove a point.
And don't feel guilty about sleeping either. Like dismantle the guilt and shame of sleeping. Like it's okay to hibernate and get some deep much needed rest right now.
Word to
if
sleeping.
It need be. Shout out to You Theory. We love You Theory. Ashwagandha is amazing. It's from the Himalaya mountains in India, and they're these capsules, and it's for calmity, especially in times like this. I'm taking 2 in the morning, and I'm so grateful for my You Theory family. Woohoo! Yeah. Okay, cool. Thanks for tuning in. Check out Shaman Durek's podcast. Shaman Durek's the homie. We love him. And his book, and yeah.
Yes, definitely stay educated. I think we should have a link somewhere. Where can we put it in the description? There's a specific one that I recently did.
Oh, it's 114 or something, right?
Yeah,
Roman numeral.
Yep, Roman numeral 114. Yeah. So for those of us who have not seen Roman numerals in quite some time, we'll have a link, because I did it on some Bluetooth speakers, and let me tell you something. Shaman Durek is the real deal.
Durek Durek.
Oh yeah, Durek. Yeah, his voice and his sounds are the real deal, ancient wisdom. And just be kind to yourself and understand that everything's aligned, man. Everything's like right on time.
Oh,
just
much love, curious. Alex Alava, much love. Natalia Alava. Natalia, she's on an upcoming podcast. I'm so excited.
Word.
She rocks and rolls with the Sophisticated Psychos experience.
Boss ladies.
Yeah, and an announcement here. We have a monthly show, and it's so cool because now we're going to take the monthly show viral. So
Wordski.
Yeah. And last but not least, Dr. Joe Dispenza. I mean, he's an amazing neuroscientist. I love Dr. Joe Dispenza. I'll leave some links below, but YouTube him. He has a podcast as well. And what he's been saying in science, for over 20 years, it's what scientists are saying now. It's pretty cool. No thing. All right.
Yes.
Yeah. Mwah. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time. Kiriaki, over and out.